Hey everybody, today we hear some pretty fiery words from Jesus in the gospel. He says that he has come to set the earth on fire. That's what he says, and how he wishes it was already blazing. And he says he's not come to bring peace to the world, but the sword. And those are confusing words for us who know Jesus to be a person of peace, to be the Prince of Peace. And it's kind of a really strange thing for him to say. So, what is Jesus saying there? He wants the world to be set on fire. Well, I don't think that he means literally with fire, but he does mean that our hearts might be set on fire for God, that our hearts might be just totally desirous to do his will. It's like I have sometimes an overwhelming desire just to eat ice cream or something, or an overwhelming desire to, be loved. And what Jesus desires for us is an overwhelming desire for God, that we would do whatever is necessary to be close to him, that nothing else might come in the way of that relationship. That's how he wants to set us on fire, and that we might want to share the message of the gospel with others. And when we do that, it can be a thing that brings division, because the gospel is something that you have to make a choice about. You have to decide yes or no. And a lot of times, I know in my life, there were times when I wasn't ready to say yes. And even now, there's still things in my life that keep me from making a full yes. And I ask the Lord, please take those, purge those from my mind and my soul, and please help me to see them if they're there. But what God wants is for us to be totally on fire for him, so that others might know him through us. What St. Paul says today in the first reading to the Romans, he says that the wage of sin is death. And so what that means to me is that I have to look at my life and to see if there's sinfulness in any place. I have to remember that what I gain nothing from that. In fact, I lose everything if I choose to sin. That means that I am dying spiritually, and that if I can persist in that sin, then I may find myself in a place of death forever, and I don't want that. Let's ask the Lord that he might set our hearts aflame today, aflame with love for him and for others, aflame so that we might seek him with all of our heart, not just parts of our heart, all of it, so that we might know him better in this world and live with him forever in the next.